What is going on, everyone? My name is Ken. Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be reviewing the Tinker 4K action camera. Now this is a really good action camera for the price. I know I was very shocked when I first got this camera and started reviewing it. So I think you guys are going to be very excited for this particular review. I know I'm excited to bring it to you. But before we get started, guys, hit that like button and subscribe, as it helps the channel out a lot, and I really appreciate it. And for that, let's get to the video. All right, guys, so as you can see on the front of the camera, it says it's the 4K, and this first button right here, this is your mode button, and this button also can act as your power button as well. Of course, you have your lens right there on the back. Get out of this right quick, and to get out of anything on here, you're gonna have to select the mode button. And again, these buttons on the side is how you're gonna work to go up and down, because it does not have a touch screen to get out of it. And on the side, it has a place for your SD card and a place to charge your phone. Now, this is totally different than most of your action cameras that we've reviewed. This particular action camera does not have a separate casing for your battery charge, so you're gonna have to charge your battery while it's charging this, charging your battery inside of this action camera. And on the bottom, there's a place for your battery and your quarter round right there. Let's talk about the feel of it for a second. Unlike the Casio, this particular camera has those corner edges right here. It's not a deal breaker, particularly for the price. Again, this particular action camera came in under $30 US at the time of this video. For an action camera under $30 is not going to be perfect. There are going to be some things. However, I did wish it had a rubber casing, just like that Casio did. But it does feel good in your hands. You can get used to the corners and things like that. But this one is more plastic than it is rubbery. So if you drop it, you definitely want to make sure you snap it back in place as soon as you can. 100%. So with this particular camera, again, you have your 2-inch screen on the back, your blue indicator light letting you know it's on, and also you have your top button right here. This button right here will be your select button, and also it can act as a power button as well. And then the red indicator letting you know that it's on. So let's cut it on for a second. Let's go to the main menu settings. So I'm gonna power go up. All right, so as you can see, I have no SD card in here. The screen is very clear. As you can see right here, this letting you know we're in camera mode. And again, you have your battery right here. And then this shit tells you what mode are you shooting in. Right now, where it's in 720p at 60 frames per second. So let's go into the different resolutions and we can shoot with this particular action camera. So again, we're gonna hit the mode button. We're gonna scrub it. Okay, so what you do is on this particular action camera, you're gonna hit the mode button several times before you can get to the settings. And then once you get to the settings, you're gonna go to the top and hit the red button, and that's gonna let you know, get you into your particular settings that you're looking for. So right now we got the video resolution, so let's click the red button for that. And right now it shows you all of the different settings that you have for this particular action camera. It goes from 4K at 25 frames per second all the way down to 720 at 60 frames per second. So those are the different resolutions you can actually shoot for this particular camera. Again, it says it shoot 4K at 25, so there's no 4K at 60 or 4K at 30. The highest resolution is 4K at 25 frames per second. So let's go out of this and look at some of the more of the, again, you're gonna hit the mode button right here in order to get back to your main menu. So it has loop video, timestamp. And again, for those people that's gonna buy this particular camera or want this particular camera, so in order to turn off the time and the date for sitting on, showing in your particular videos, you're gonna hit timestamp. Go to your power button or your mode button at the top, and you're gonna select off right here. And to select off, all you got to do is hit this red button right here. So that's how you get out of that. Your exposure, your photo resolution, your burst photos, again, that lets you shoot several photos at one time. This particular action camera only shoot 3 at a time. Again, time lapse, continuing time lapse, your power frequency, your language, date and time. Again, same thing with the other menu. In order to get the date and time not to show up, you hit the red button at the top, and it goes into that, but you can go out of it as well. So I'm gonna get out of this. and your sound indicator. Now I've already turned off the sound indicator on this, because if I didn't, you would hear a bunch of beeps through every single mode that we actually go into. So it has you upside down. Basically what that does is actually turn the camera upside down. So that's all it does. Screensaver, power saving mode, which I always leave on auto, and format your SD card, and you have your reset, and it lets you know what version of this particular firmware that you're using. So we're gonna press the mode button to go out of this, and I want to talk a little bit about what we get into the case in just a second, in the box just a second. So, but let's go back into, I want to show you guys something else on this particular camera that I really like on this one versus some of the ones I've seen. Your exposure rate. It has an exposure rate, and it allows you to control the exposure that you're actually going to be using. So I may have missed this on the Casio. I'm not sure if it's on there or not, but it does. I got to go back and look. But it does have all the different exposure rates that you can go into and set it. Again, this particular action camera came under $30. If someone is going to buy this, I think this would be really good for a person who's trying to get started shooting videos with an action camera, or someone looking to purchase something for their kid. But you're going to be very surprised when I show you the videos and photos that I shot with this. Now, again, this says it had image stabilization. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think it does. I have not seen any type of indication on any setting to show that it does have image stabilization. And guys, stick around, because I'm going to show you the videos in just a second. But one of the things I want to put this to the side is I want to talk about is the type of box and everything that it comes in. I want to let you guys look at this. This comes with a selfie stick that you guys can get. Now, for under $30, you get a selfie stick to go along with this to hold it. And you also get the waterproof casing that it comes in. Now, I've already taken it out of the waterproof casing, so it does come with that. And also, just like the Casio, you get a bunch of accessories that you can use. Bunch of accessories, which I like very much. It does come with 2 batteries. The first battery is already inserted inside. So in the book, it tells you to let it charge for at least 5 minutes before using. I can tell you I'm sorry, 5 hours before using. And I can tell you that's something you're really going to want to do. I've tried a couple days ago, I tried to charge it for at least 2 hours and try to use it, and the battery died pretty quick. But after I let it charge for 5 hours, actually overnight, I had a really good day. I shot for about an hour at the park using this and didn't have any issues with the battery. The battery died probably like 30 minutes after that. So you're going to get 2 batteries. Now, the only difference between this and the Casio is the fact that it doesn't have that extra charging casing. So with some of the other accessories and things like that you get with that Casio and some of the other action cameras, it doesn't have that separate charge casing. So you're going to want to make sure you charge both batteries before you go out and shoot, specifically if you're going to be out there for a long period of time. But for fun, guys, let's see the difference between this particular camera and the Casio V50X. All right, so I got both cameras here. This is the Casio V50X, and this is the Tinker 4K action camera. So again, as I was talking earlier, the Casio had these curved settings right here to let you know that it's basically a really good camera. And the rubbery feel on it is excellent. It also has speakers at the top. This particular camera does not have that. Again, the angles are sharp, so those are some difference. But when you put them together and facing each other, they're probably about the same size. Really not much of a big difference, to be honest with you, at all. This one is just a tad bit longer than the Casio. But as you guys know, Casio V50X is my go-to camera, and is really an amazing camera for the price. This one coming in at under $30 US. This one is right now. If you go to my link in my description below, I will put there. This is on sale today. It won't last long for $89.99. Again, of course, this is the better camera, but I think you guys are gonna be very surprised when you see the video of the audio quality of this versus the Casio. So again, if you go to my link in the description below today, it won't last long. This one is selling for $89.99 US. All right, so guys, with that, let's get to the video and look at some photos, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're recording in 4K, 25 frames per second. Again, I'm not sure if this particular action camera has stabilization on it or not. It said it did. It looks pretty decent from the back. All right, this is 4K at 25 frames per second. Now we're switching over to the next mode. Okay, this is 2K at 30 frames per second. Do a quick pan. Not sure how the audio sound. Let's do a quick audio test. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we're getting ready to switch over to the next mode. Okay, this is 10K, 60 frames per second. For those of you, this will be the mode that you need to shoot in for slow-mo. Again, not sure if EIS is on. No indication light that it's on. We're going to do a quick pan. All right, next okay, this is 10K at 30 frames per second. Again, still not sure if EIS is on. I have no indication light that it is, but this is 10K, 30 frames per second. All right, guys, so just for fun, we're gonna do 720 at 120 frames per second. This is 720 at 120 frames per second. All right, now we're gonna get to those pictures. So hold on. All right, guys, so how amazing was that? The video on this particular $39 camera is not bad. The photos on it is not bad at all as well. Not only that, the audio quality, and I'm one of the ones that would tell you cannot use an action camera and get great audio. I was extremely surprised on the audio quality, and I did not do anything in post of the audio quality of this particular action camera, and it did a wonderful job. Will I keep this camera? Yeah, I think this would be a good camera to keep, particularly for those people who are just getting started in it, like I said before, and for those people who are looking for a budget action camera that can get the job done but don't need any bells and whistles. This particular camera can do that. I highly suggest if you're going to use this particular action camera, try to get some type of stabilizer for it. As you can see in the videos, it wasn't that stable. And again, I cannot find any place, including in the manual, where or how to get a stabilization out of this. And I hope that's something they address in the email that I sent to them. And if it is, I will update in the link below to tell you guys exactly how you can get the stabilization in on this camera. Again, it's a plastic feel, but it's not a bad plastic feel. It's not. It doesn't have the rubbery feel like the Casio. It doesn't have that really heavy feel like the GoPro. But I think for a camera that coming in under $30 US, guys, you can't beat this deal. Again, I wasn't expecting to get the most glamorous thing from this particular camera, or the glamorous shot from this particular camera. And the audio quality, I was expecting to be horrible. But as you guys can see, the audio quality was very good. And not only that, if you can get a good stabilizer, I don't think the video quality would be that bad also. So guys, I'm gonna wrap this particular video up. Again, I'll have links in the description below for you guys can purchase this particular camera. I highly suggest to someone looking to get started, go and get this. It's under $30 US, so it's definitely not going to break the bank. So again, this is a great budget action camera for someone to get started in. I was highly impressed with it. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, please leave me a comment in below. And just like always, guys, video up, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button so you'll know when we drop another video. And as always, guys, y'all have a great day, and we really do appreciate you.